Hello, welcome back to this channel. Yeah, I know it's been so long before we posted something for you guys, but now we are back again. So today we are going to prepare a simple meal that is skuma wiki and ugali. So those are my skuma wiki. They're not really skuma wiki, but they're kales which look like skuma wiki because they have the shape of skuma wiki, of course, and they're much more tender. They're much more tender than skuma wiki, and it's not also spinach. So I had to wash them first. After washing them, I had to cut them using the chopping board, and of course I had my snack on the side so that it could keep me busy during the process. What do you have to say about that? See, professional. I qualify to work in a restaurant or something, right? Anywho, ndio hiyo mboga ishakuwa hivyo. So next, I had, of course, to prepare. I added some oil into my cooking pot and then put it on fire. You wait for around like 3 to 5 minutes for the onions to simmer, and then you have to add, for my case I added Reiko cube to make the mboga tasty because I wasn't going to use any tomatoes. I really don't like my mboga, or rather my vegetable, cooked with the tomatoes. I just love it cooked with onions and oil alone. So that's why I had to put Reiko cube in there. Yeah, so again, you have to wait for it to simmer until the onions turn almost golden brown. And then afterwards, you have to add your skuma wiki or kales bit by bit, as I am doing right now. So let's see. So once you are done adding your mboga, all the mboga into your cooking pot, you have to turn it side by side for it to mix well. And of course, this is after putting the Reiko cube, or if you have any other vegetable spices, and of course salt. Yeah, and while adding salt into the vegetable, make sure that now you're adding little amount of salt, because of course the spices that you've added into the pot also have some bit of salt to avoid the vegetable being so salty. So you also have to check the amount of salt you add into your vegetable if you have used any spices that have salt in them. Yeah, so as you can see, the boga, or rather the vegetables or the kales, has shrinked, and it is so little you cannot even imagine. It's the one that was a lot while I was cutting. But anywho, what do we say? Economy is economy king. That one is made up. Anywho, the mboga looks really delicious. I didn't add anything really. It's just that you have to just turn it side by side. And as I told you earlier, this is not really skuma wiki. It's much more softer and tender. So maybe that's why it appears to be so soft even in the sufuria. So that was my mboga. After that, I had to prepare ugali, and of course I had to put some water for the ugali for it to boil. So it didn't take much time, and there we were. It had boiled, and this time around I was using a different type of flour that I've never used before. This is called a roasted semolina. It's a new one really. It's almost like the flour for ugali, but it's also much more softer, and it's not really like tough like the flour for ugali. Anywho, we will see the result. So that is, it has very fine particles, and you have to cook it, so like you have to concentrate while cooking it, because you can end up messing the whole ugali. Hey guys, these things I was trying for the first time because I could not access the original vegetables, which is skuma wiki or the unga ya ugali. Yeah, so I had to use that samolina. I still struggle with memorizing the name. So it hardens with time, but it does not really harden like the normal ugali. You'll just see the progress. So that is it. There we are. I managed to cook it, and as you can see, it is stretching. Is it stretching, or it is like gummish? Yes, it is gummish. It's like a gum. It pulls while cooking, but while also eating, it pulls. While you want to pinch and eat it, it also stretches, but it is almost like ugali. So those were the ones which were available, and here we are, our vegetable and our ugali. Do you want to see the presentation? Ha ha ha. So here we go, the ugali and our vegetable. So I remembered that I had some fish, fried fish on the side, and I had to add this onto the table. So you can see the fish and a little bit of something like fulu, but it's not fulu, and kachumbari, guys. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching.